let's take you right into the Midwest, and I want to let you know that we have had our tornado warning for Butler County, just issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Butler County. This is into Nebraska. We have numerous watches in effect here. Count them up. We've got 6 in effect right now, stretching from Ohio and Michigan all the way back into the high plains. So very active weather here in the Midwest. And so right into Nebraska is where we take you first. In Butler County, we've had some very active weather. This is all just east of Columbus. We
Ever survived a tornado? Enter the Storm Quest contest and your story could become an original Storm Stories episode on the Weather Channel. Visit weather.com/storm stories for contest details. Brought to you by MSN.
There's over 101 uses for OxyClean. Here's some of my favorites. For outdoor cleaning, nothing works better than OxyClean. Use it in a pressure washer to easily power grime off a fence, or mix it in a bucket and scrub the grunge and buildup off a wooden deck. It's great for cleaning outdoor furniture, like cushions, without damaging the fabric. And it'll put the spring back into your welcome flag. So for all your cleaning needs, look for OxyClean online or in retail stores everywhere.
Where do you get your pet's flea, tick, and heartworm medications?
I have to get to the vet's office.
I saved a visit to my vet's office. I didn't have to leave home.
I just call 1-800-PET-MEDS, and my pet's medications are delivered right to my door.
1-800-PET-MEDS guarantees the lowest price on all your pet's medications. Order now and receive free shipping.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local on the 8s.
Currently in your area, 83 degrees, under partly cloudy skies. Your forecast. On Monday, we'll see a chance of thunderstorms. Look for fair skies on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, expect a chance of thunderstorms.
But before the break, we asked, what is climate? The answer, average weather over a long period of climate. Normals are the averages of records, usually over a 30-year period. Hello and welcome back to PM Edition Weekend. I'm meteorologist Ryan Goswick. Thanks so much for joining us on this Saturday. Well, taking a look at what's going on across the nation. First of all, with some severe weather watches to tell you about. We do have 2 severe thunderstorm watches presently in effect across the nation. Those do include parts of the state of Montana, extending back over to North and South Dakota, just to the north of Rapid City, South Dakota. The second watch area does include a good part of the state of Iowa, and for you too across eastern sections of the state of Nebraska. And because of the weather around the Chicago area, we do check the airport delays across the nation. We do have a 30-minute delay right now for you in Chicago. This is because of the windy conditions in and around the airport. So if you are traveling in or out of Chicago, be advised of that. Maybe heading out to pick someone up over at the airport. You know, a little bit of patience as you head out. Right now at 30 minutes, but that could increase as we go throughout the afternoon hours. Talk about some pleasant weather, some good forecast there at the beach locations across the southeast. This is your forecast for tomorrow. 87 degrees, looking nice in beautiful Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. Maybe heading out for a round of golf. UV index will be at 10, so don't forget your hat for tomorrow and also that sunblock because you'll need that throughout the afternoon. Water temperature here about 72 degrees. Heading down to Daytona Beach, Florida, looking nice here as well. 83 degrees. Plenty of sunshine for your Sunday, the second half of your weekend. Looking terrific. Maybe taking your mom over to the beach for the afternoon in celebration of Mother's Day. UV index will be around 10 or higher. Southeast breeze coming in at 11 miles an hour, and the water temp very comfortable at 75 degrees. And on the west coast, Santa Cruz, nice weather here. Will be cooler, only about 63. But the UV index will be high here as well at 9, and a little breezy right along the shore. Northwest wind at 17 miles an hour. Water temp into the mid-50s. As we take a look at the nation right now, showing you again the 2 severe thunderstorm watch areas. One here across the Plain States, extending back over as you head over into Iowa. Also for you into parts of Nebraska. We do have some severe thunderstorm warnings coming out of some of the thunderstorms now pushing over the state line, heading back up into North Dakota, and one severe thunderstorm here into eastern Tennessee. Unicoi County, right along the border between Tennessee and North Carolina. The National Weather Service office there in Morristown, Tennessee, just now issuing that severe thunderstorm warning. Possibility of some strong gusty winds and also some small hail as we go throughout the afternoon hours. Watching a lot of rain here in Texas. In fact, we do have some flood warnings across some of the counties now in south central Texas because of the rain over the same areas throughout the afternoon hours. Now look at your travel weather again. Some wet roadways here. We'll be watching for more severe weather across this region throughout the afternoon and also throughout the evening. Stay with us.
A weed is defined as simply a plant in the wrong place. A perfect example of this is dandelions in the lawn. Now personally, I like these little guys, and over the years I've come to respect them. You see, they're vigorous growers, often the first flower to bloom in the spring and the last to flower in the fall. But the really interesting thing about dandelions is they're edible. They're a good source of vitamin A and iron. The tender leaves can be a delicious addition to a salad, and the bright yellow blossoms, well, they're edible too. In fact, they're the essential ingredient in the famous dandelion wine. I like to know how plants got their names. It makes it a little easier for me to remember them. The word dandelion is actually French, and it means tooth of the lion. And you can see the jagged edge of the leaf represents the teeth of the lion. All children seem to gravitate toward this plant. They just love to pick the seed heads like this, take a deep breath, and blow the seed everywhere. Where they land, of course, new dandelions grow. If you have a hard time with these little flowers invading your lawn, I recommend digging them out with a long forked tool like this, rather than using a herbicide. You see, they can have quite a taproot. Now remember, all parts of this plant are edible, so don't throw them away. And always keep a few around for making a wish. For more gardening tips, log on to PAllenSmith.com. And for weather information, weather.com. From the garden, I'm Alan Smith for the Weather Channel.
A great companion to P. Allen Smith Gardens is our website, PAllenSmith.com. Get hands-on gardening tips, delicious recipes, and crafts projects that will take you from season to season. All just a mouse click away at PAllenSmith.com.
This program was brought to you by Proven Winners. A better garden starts with a better plant.
Your better garden starts with a better plant. Proven Winners plants grow faster than other plants. They thrive in landscapes or containers and are covered with flowers all season long. The plant labels make growing easy. Look for Proven Winners with the PW label at your favorite garden center. And this spring, make your garden a proven winner. A better garden starts with a better plant.
Purchase Proven Winners products at a retailer near you.
Brought to you by Tylenol Allergy Sinus. Stop, think, Tylenol.
Well, hello. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Priceline is totally different.
Expedia wanted $118 a night. I paid $60.
$60 less than Travelocity.
Priceline has the guaranteed best prices at top-of-the-line hotels.
$70 less than at Expedia.
Save up to 40% off other leading online sites.
Everybody's doing it.
You choose the price, neighborhood, and a 2, 3, or 4-star hotel, and they'll find it.
Why pay more for the exact same room?
It's like a free upgrade.
Top of the line, guaranteed best price. Priceline Hotels.
Tonight at 8 p.m., watch Storm Stories. This woman finds out that weather
is the one thing you really cannot control.
Can she make it home? Watch Storm Stories tonight at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on the Weather Channel. Ever survived a tornado? Enter the Storm Quest contest and your story could become an original Storm Stories episode on the Weather Channel. Visit weather.com/storm stories for contest details. Brought to you by MSN.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local on the 8s.
Currently in your area, 83 degrees, under partly cloudy skies. Forecast. Your extended forecast.
Up next on PM Edition Weekend, unfortunately, this man didn't get a jump start to his Friday morning commute. Will the spring storms that flooded some areas yesterday bring more rain today? Plus, here's something gamblers heading to Reno this Mother's Day, well, they didn't bet on. Wildfires shutting down the main highway into the city. Details straight ahead.
Live from the Weather Channel, this is PM Edition Weekend.
Hello and welcome to PM Edition Weekend. I'm meteorologist Ryan Goswick. Thanks so much for joining us. A very busy afternoon as we're talking about thunderstorm activity. In fact, as we go back in time, we had thunderstorms yesterday as well across the same areas. We're going to take you to parts of Illinois. Despite what the sign says, I'm sure this man wasn't too happy to start his Friday off this way. A spring storm moved through northwestern Illinois yesterday, dumping water so quickly this man's truck became flooded. I'd hate to be the insurance adjuster for that claim. Here's a look at what's going on with the severe weather watches right now across the nation. We do have 2 of those. That does include parts of Montana extending back over into the Dakotas. We do have that severe thunderstorm watch going until 8 o'clock local time. Also, we have a severe thunderstorm watch 2 through parts of Iowa, extending back into eastern sections of the state of Nebraska. That continues throughout the evening hours as well. So some very active weather developing here across the heartland of the U.S. Here's what's going on as far as our warnings go. We do have 1 severe thunderstorm warning across this area. That's for northeastern Butte County in northwestern South Dakota. That goes until 4 o'clock. That should be in around the Hoover area right now. Well, as we take a look across elsewhere around the Midwest, we're talking about some very unsettled weather across the region. We had the severe weather yesterday. It looks like we'll see a repeat performance of that again this afternoon. The reason, we have a warm front, and along this frontal boundary south of the warm front, of course, we have the very warm air in place. Temperatures right now in St. Louis warming up into the upper 80s. It's now 87 degrees, even 90s popping up as you head back out to the south and west. And with that warm air to the south and that cooler air coming in from the north, that's where we're going to see that transition zone. That's where we're going to see those showers and thunderstorms really begin to fire up throughout the afternoon and evening hours. Your forecast for tonight calls for thunderstorms from Omaha back over towards Chicago, 65 degrees. If you're head out to the airport in Chicago, we do have reports of about a 30-minute delay now at the airport. So just keep that in mind as you're heading out. 66 degrees at Minneapolis by 9 o'clock and 53 at Green Bay. So you can see that difference in temperature, 78 down to the south in St. Louis. And by tomorrow, more of the same. More rain, more thunderstorms in the forecast from Minneapolis down to Chicago. We'll see those thunderstorms throughout the afternoon hours for Mother's Day. 79 degrees in Chicago with a very pleasant 87. A very warm 87, I should say, around St. Louis, 75 at Rapid City, and we'll see 87 degrees for you in the Omaha area. Now, traveling up to the northeast, we're talking about some chilly conditions across this region. In fact, taking a look at the numbers right along the coastal areas in the 60s. Now, 63 at Philadelphia, 67 at the nation's capital. But as you move back up into New York State, only 50 degrees this hour at Buffalo. Contrast that with 83 over at Cincinnati. So you can see that warm air making its way up to the north and east, and warmer air in place for tomorrow. I look at the visible satellite picture showing the cloud cover beginning to stream all the way out to this eastern seaboard. You can see a few high clouds as you step outside around the Boston area now. Clouds beginning to filter in. Doppler radar showing the rain showers pretty heavy at times now across central New York State, and that's where the heaviest rain will be located throughout the evening hours here and through western New York. Your forecast looks like this. More rain showers from Buffalo back over toward Burlington, even late in the evening. 49 for that 9 o'clock temperature, 59 at Washington, D.C., but a very mild 72 in Pittsburgh. And your Sunday forecast calls for more of the same, more thunderstorm activity. That will be increasing throughout the day. So again, for those Mother Day activities, you'll want to make sure you've got some indoor activities planned. We'll see 80 degrees in Pittsburgh. At least it will be warm. 78 in Philadelphia and 88 degrees down at the nation's capital. Heading into the Southland, we're talking about some stormy weather here across parts of the southeast. We do have some severe thunderstorm warnings I want to pass on to you. I want to take a look at the radar picture coming out of North Carolina. If you look in the very corner of your screen, I'll move over to this side so you can see, we do have a severe thunderstorm here right along the Tennessee-North Carolina border. Haywood County and Unicoi County in Tennessee now under severe thunderstorm warnings. Those thunderstorms are beginning to fire up as we have some cooler air sliding in from the north and from the east across the Carolinas. But look ahead of this, 91 degrees this hour in Columbia. You can feel that cooler air moving into Raleigh, though. 80 degrees, 88 in Birmingham, and 83 in New Orleans. So a lot of warm air in place across the Southland today. High pressure in control. You can see the rain showers, too, firing up here in the parts of Texas. And we're seeing a lot of rain here across southern parts of Texas. In fact, we do have those flood warnings continuing here for the rain showers really moving through the Lone Star State. We'll watch this area throughout the evening hours. Also, those thunderstorms developing here across eastern Tennessee and western North Carolina throughout the evening hours. Your forecast calls for very warm conditions for that evening barbecue, maybe the evening picnic. 77 degrees in Memphis, 81 degrees in Atlanta by 9 o'clock. And again, the showers continuing across Texas. What about for Mother's Day? Well, another warm day across the southeast. We'll see temperatures warming up into the 80s into parts of Georgia. 87 in Atlanta, 87 in Charlotte, and about about 82 degrees all the way back over toward the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Well, we'll take a look at what you can expect in travel weather. That's coming up after the commercial break. But first, we're going to pause for your local on the 8s.
If you're looking for the inside track to a great home loan, call or click on Ditech.com.
Ditech is offering a $395 flat fee home loan with 0 points.
Get on the Mortgage Superspeedway right now with Ditech.com.
Call 1-800-DITECH-1.
In the future, everyone's glasses will automatically adjust to changing light and block out harmful UV rays that can damage the eyes. But for those with transitions lenses, the future is already here. Ask your eye care professional, because the danger is real now, and so is the protection. Transitions, right in any light.
Transitions, the eyeglass lenses with 100% automatic UV protection in any light.
Having a kid with allergies is hard. Giving them their medicine is even harder. New Children's Benadryl Allergy Fast Melt. No spills, no mess. Effective relief in a quick dissolving tablet. New Benadryl Fast Melt. Allergy relief just got easier to take.
Before you know it, I'll be walking down the aisle. Someday soon, I'll be away at college. Right before your eyes, I'll take my kids to the same places you took me. Don't wait.
They grow up fast. Enjoy it while you can. The 8-passenger Sequoia.
Looking for high performance in your wireless laptop? Unwire, with a laptop powered by Intel Centrino mobile technology.
Okay, just read the chart. There it is again!
Want to refinance your mortgage and cash out equity? Get a $395 flat fee home loan from Ditech.com.
Lost another one to Ditech.
Call 1-800-DITECH-1.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local on the 8s.
Currently, the temperature is 83 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Forecast for your area. On Monday, we'll see a chance of thunderstorms. Look for fair skies on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, expect a chance of thunderstorms.
Hello and welcome back to PM Edition Weekend. I'm meteorologist Ryan Goswick. Thanks so much for joining us. Well, if you're in the Atlanta area, there's a real treat in the sky this weekend. The Atlanta Air Show continues tomorrow, but the Weather Channel's Stephanie Abrams was there with the high-flying action today.
We're here at the Atlanta Air Show in Marietta, Georgia at Dobbins Air Reserve Base. And it is a beautiful day. The sun will be shining. Our high will top out at 88 degrees. The Blue Angels will be flying through the sky. They haven't been to Atlanta in 18 years, and it doesn't look like the weather will be affecting their flight. They will see beautiful weather. And now joining me is Major Brett Anderson. And yes, we are seeing a fantastic day today, but what type of weather could ground you guys?
A very low ceiling or viz could ground us. We need 300 feet ceiling and 1 mile visibility to take off. Additionally, heavy thunderstorms, fog, heavy precipitation, icing conditions could ground my airplane.
Okay, thank you so much for being with us. I'm Stephanie Abrams from Marietta, Georgia for the Weather Channel.
Well, some great weather across the southeast, at least most of the southeast, so that was good for the air show around the Atlanta area. We do have some severe weather to tell you about. In fact, 2 severe thunderstorm watches posted and then 1 severe thunderstorm warning. That's the area indicated in yellow here on your screen, right along the Montana, Wyoming, and South Dakota border. That goes for northeastern Butte County here in northwestern South Dakota. That goes until 4 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm warning for your area. Strong winds, possibility of some small hail as well. Winds gusting up to 60 miles an hour possibility with this particular storm as it moves through the area. Well, if you're taking a look at the airport delays across the nation, some better news to report around Chicago. In the last hour, the delays have gone from 30 minutes at O'Hare now to 15 minutes. So some better news for you as you head out to the airport this afternoon. We will see more showers and thunderstorms around this region, so that could cause for some more delays across the region. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go through time. No problems, though, as we go from Detroit to Pittsburgh all the way down to Hartsfield Jackson down in Atlanta. No problems here, looking good. We'll take a look now at the national radar picture. As you can see, there's our 2 watch areas. Severe thunderstorm watch now across parts of Nebraska, extending back over toward Iowa. We do have the 2nd watch, including eastern Montana and the western Dakotas. Again, the possibility of some severe thunderstorms in close to the watch area as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours across this region. We're keeping an eye on South Texas, too. We do have numerous flood warnings now here as we're seeing rain over the same areas over the last few hours. Your travel weather map looks like this. Some wet weather to talk about as we go throughout the evening hours. Right along what we have a warm front, and we're seeing that transition of the very warm air to the south, the cool air to the north. As that warm air begins to move to the north, that's where we're seeing some showers and thunderstorms develop, and we're expecting that throughout the evening hours. And along that lines where we could see some severe weather, we could also see some isolated severe thunderstorms even in the parts of the southeast. We're talking about the mountains of western North Carolina and eastern Tennessee as we have some cooler air pushing down through the Piedmont of the Carolinas. That's where we could see some instability, and we could see some more showers and thunderstorms begin to develop here across this region. Well, coming up next on PM Edition Weekend, the latest on the wet weather moving across parts of the Midwest and the Northeast. That's coming up in Storm Watch. But first, we're going to take a break for your local on the 8s.
That's the way a gate should close. But out in the elements with the rain and the snow, sooner or later, the swelling of the wood will cause that gate to sag. Now, there's several things that you can do in order to correct that problem. Go to the home center and there's a variety of different gate supports that are available. This particular one is a stainless steel cable, goes down and hooks into a little corner bracket. It's easily screwed into place. Then on this end, you have another corner bracket, and something that's really nice to have is a turnbuckle that allows you to adjust it. So after the gate sags a bit, you're able to take a wrench and just tighten this up in order to raise that end of the gate. Now, if you do this just every now and then, anytime you're having problems with the gate, it'll work real well. But another thing that's a good idea, to always use a spray lubricant on any of the moving parts, because it'll prevent a lot of the rust from taking place. Just spray it on, make sure that's working well, and don't forget the hinges, because if hinges get real rusty, then it's going to be harder to close the gate. You'll end up with some other problems. But as I said, this is the way a gate should work.
I'm Danny Lipford for the Weather Channel. For more home improvement tips, visit DannyLipford.com. And for weather info, weather.com.
This program was brought to you by Channel Lock Pliers. Get a grip.
You'll be amazed what you can do with a really good pair of pliers. Channel Lock Pliers.
rip.
Look for channel lock tools at these fine retailers: Meyer, Menards, Blaine's Farm and Fleet, Orchard Supply, Yardbirds Home Center.
In recent tests, the all-new Mitsubishi Galant outperformed the Toyota Camry in acceleration and in braking. Now let's see how it stacks up against their free maintenance program. Oh, right. They don't have one. Triple Diamond Days. This month only, get 3 years free scheduled maintenance when you buy an all-new Galant. And before June 1st, lease a Galant for just $239 a month for 36 months. As always, you'll get a 10-year warranty on a car you actually want to drive. Hurry, Mitsubishi's Triple Diamond Days end soon.
Did you know that a car hitting a wall at 40 miles per hour hits with the same force as if it fell off a 5-story building?
It's not easy getting through to teenagers today.
So at Liberty Mutual, we produced a video especially for teens about car safety, because we'll do whatever it takes to keep them safe on the road.
Liberty Mutual. It's more than insurance. It's insurance in action.
Now for 60 miles per hour.
Wasn't that fun? Tonight at 8 p.m., watch Storm Stories. This woman finds out that weather
It's the one thing you really cannot control.
Can she make it home? Watch Storm Stories tonight at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on the Weather Channel. Ever survived a tornado? Enter the Storm Quest contest and your story could become an original Storm Stories episode on the Weather Channel. Visit weather.com/Storm Stories for contest details. Brought to you by MSN.
The professional-powered DR Chipper is now on sale. The DR Chipper devours brush, branches, even tree limbs up to 4.5 inches thick, and produces beautiful wood chip mulch that's perfect for landscaping. So call 1-800-328-5050 to learn how you can try a DR Chipper for 6 months risk-free. And get free shipping now for a limited time. There's no obligation, so call today. Online at drchipper.com.
Where do you get your pet's flea, tick, and heartworm medications?
I have to get to the vet's office.
I saved a visit to my vet's office. I didn't have to leave home.
I just call 1-800-PET-MEDS, and my pet's medications are delivered right to my door.
1-800-PET-MEDS guarantees the lowest price on all your pet's medications. Order now and receive free shipping.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local on the 8s.
Currently in your area, 83 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Forecast. On Monday, we'll see a chance of thunderstorms. Look for fair skies on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, expect a chance of thunderstorms.
Welcome back to PM Edition Weekend. Time now for Storm Watch. Tonight's episode of Storm Stories is one you don't want to miss. Jim Cantori gives us a preview.
A woman goes where few have ever ventured. She's trying to row across the Atlantic Ocean. Tonight at 8 on Storm Stories, her trip will not be easy. Her boat capsizes in the throes of huge waves as not one, but 2 hurricanes cross her path.
The last capsize, I took the rib off the top of my ceiling with my back. Keep week.
Her incredible story tonight on Storm Stories. That's at 8 Eastern and Pacific, right here on the Weather Channel.
Well, we're dealing with some stormy weather on this Saturday afternoon and now going into Saturday evening on the East Coast. Severe weather watches now posted in yellow. As you can see, we have 2 of those. Severe thunderstorm watch now going into parts of Iowa, back over the state line into the state of Nebraska. Also, the first severe thunderstorm watch now continues for a small portion of eastern Montana. More real estate, though, as you head across the state line into the Dakotas. I want to take you to the radar picture here across this region, first of all, and this particular cell here across Butte County. In fact, across northeastern Butte County, there is a severe thunderstorm warning here. That goes for about another 9 minutes. That's until 4 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time, 4 o'clock local time. The possibility is some damaging winds, also some hail with this storm as it moves through the area. Again, that's for about another 9 minutes or so with this particular warning here in Butte County. Elsewhere across the nation, we'll be watching right along this frontal boundary for more thunderstorms to fire throughout the afternoon, now moving into the evening hours. Keep a very close eye on that. We're also seeing some isolated severe thunderstorms here across the western part of North Carolina, eastern Tennessee. We're having some cooler air move in from the north and from the east down through the North Carolina region, and with that we're seeing some instability along the mountains, and that's where we're seeing some problems with thunderstorms and then isolated severe storms too. A possibility here into West Texas and also eastern parts of Texas where we're dealing with some flooding. I want to take you to the radar here across eastern Tennessee and western North Carolina. We did just get a statement out of the National Weather Service here in North Carolina, really becoming a serious situation now over Haywood County. Not only are we dealing with a severe thunderstorm, but now a flood warning for Haywood County. 4 inches of rain has fallen across the upper reaches of the western fork of the Pigeon River. Flooding of streams that feed into this river is likely. This could also affect State Route 215 and Highway 276. And remember, we're in mountainous country here, so again, flash flooding, a big problem across Haywood County with this particular cell. We still do have that severe thunderstorm warning going to the top of the hour. Now a flash flood warning for this area along the Pigeon River, expecting some problems here with 4 inches of rain in about an hour's time. So amazing the weather that we're having here across western North Carolina and now across eastern Tennessee. Current weather map across the rest of the United States. Pretty quiet conditions here across Oklahoma, Arkansas, but as we move down to the south into Texas, that's where we run into some more problems with flooding. We do have some flooding problems here across south central Texas. You can see the radar lighting up here across Interstate 37, heading all the way down to the U.S.-Mexican border, down around Brownsville, also McAllen, Texas. And we do, across southwest Texas, have a severe thunderstorm warning now for northern Brewster County. That will continue until 5:45 Central Time. And the flooding, flash flood warnings continue now for central Cameron County and also Calhoun County here into south central Texas. So keep an eye on this situation as well as we go throughout the next few hours. Those warnings will continue with the rain over the same areas. Quick stop on to eastern sections of South Carolina. Look at the radar picture here around Florence. Some very intense thunderstorms developing here too along Interstate 95. Looking okay as you're out the beach here at Myrtle Beach. You were probably seeing the dark clouds though as you look back inland with those showers and thunderstorms here developing from Florence along Interstate 95. And we'll keep an eye on that for you. And a quick check across the upper Midwest and Plain States. Starting to see some lightning strikes. This will continue to increase throughout the evening. We'll be here for you with the latest watches and warnings.
Never plunge again. Introducing the Champion Toilet with revolutionary flush tower technology. Only from American Standard.
It's our biggest Sienna ever. 3 rows, 8 seats, bring the whole team. Or you can have a whole row to yourself. Got a sister? Yeah. Won't even know she's there. DVD? Personal headphones. It's got 60% more cargo space. Wow, it's really huge. Jeez. And it's got a 230 horsepower V6. What's that? I'm not sure.
The Toyota Sienna. It has everything kids want and everything you need.
Jay Bush and Duke here to introduce Bush's Baked Beans in our new microwavable cup. Now you can enjoy our delicious beans anywhere there's a microwave. Roll that beautiful bean footage. They're slow cooked according to a secret family recipe with specially cured bacon, brown sugar, and a delicate blend of spices. I've only shared Bush's secret family recipe with Duke, and he's not talking. Boy, these people sure are friendly.
Yeah, friendly.
Enjoy Bush's Baked Beans, now in our new microwavable cup.
Allergy eyes?
They really itch. They water and burn. My allergies last for weeks. Some days I can't even go outside.
Healthy eyes.
My eye doctor recommends Similison eye drops.
Similison stimulates your eye's natural ability to cool itching, burning, watering eyes without harsh chemicals, stinging, or side effects.
Similison is healthy for my eyes. My eyes really feel better. I use it almost every day.
Similison, healthy relief for allergy eyes.
Notified by the Weather Channel will call you, wake you, anytime, anywhere you ask us to. Get a warning. Get notified by the Weather Channel. For a free trial of our new personalized service, call 1-888-WEATHER.
The Weather Channel is brought to you by this cable or satellite provider. You can also get reliable forecasts from the Weather Channel through this radio station or newspaper.
Tonight at 8 p.m., watch Storm Stories. This woman finds out that weather
It's the one thing you really cannot control.
Can she make it home? Watch Storm Stories tonight at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on the Weather Channel. Ever survived a tornado? Enter the Storm Quest contest and your story could become an original Storm Stories episode on the Weather Channel. Visit weather.com/storm stories for contest details. Brought to you by MSN.
Now your local forecast on the Weather Channel. And for weather information on over 80,000 cities, go to weather.com.
Currently, the temperature is 83 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Forecast for your area. Your extended forecast.
Get ready. Extreme Weather Week starts May 23rd, only on the Weather Channel.
Live from the Weather Channel, this is PM Edition Weekend.
And good evening and welcome to PM Edition Weekend. I'm Mark Mancuso.
And I'm Eboni Deon. Thanks for joining us.
Well, we're looking at the potential for more severe weather tonight in the plains, and that will continue into your Sunday. Mother's Day could be another day of heavy rain and thunderstorms producing lightning and large hail out across the northern plains states as we still have the stalled front here. Energy just rolling right along from the west here with a fast west to east flow. So that means episodes of showers and storms. Dad, you're planning that afternoon barbecue. Does look like you'll be running for cover. and those dark clouds come rolling on in once again. So a stormy Sunday, just like the past several days here near the lakes in upper Midwest. Unfortunately, they could be severe. Now with more of what's happening in the east and Midwest, here's Eboni.
Well, Mark, in the Northeast, it's much cooler than where we were this time yesterday. So heading out at this hour, you are probably in need of a jacket, especially around Boston, where we are about 30 degrees cooler than yesterday. As we take a look at our current temperatures, it doesn't feel all that bad as you're getting out, but certainly cooler than yesterday. Again, as I said, we're only at 50 degrees right now in Boston, so you probably need at least a heavy jacket along with a long sleeve shirt and a sweatshirt. Around Philadelphia, we feel a little bit better, 63 in Washington, D.C. Getting out around the mall, well, you're at 67 degrees right now. Things are fairly quiet, but we are picking up on some wet weather across parts of New York as that backdoor frontal boundary has made its way southward. That's what's helped to bring that cool air a little bit further south. So again, not a lot in the way of any wet weather, just some light rain showers kind of pushing across New York. We're picking up on the rain around Buffalo and towards Albany, and it looks like that rain will continue as we get through the evening hours. In fact, we might hear a few rumbles of thunder too, but you're looking good as you're getting out around Boston. By 9 o'clock tonight, it will be cloudy but dry. New York City getting out to that Broadway show. Again, good news for you. It's going to be dry with the temperature cooling down to about 53. We'll cool to about 60 in the nation's capital. Mother's Day Sunday, a bit soggy and even stormy. So if you're heading out for Mother's Day brunch, well, you might want to dine inside of the restaurant as opposed to out on the patio. It could be a little bit stormy around New York City, Boston, maybe a few light rain showers. Philadelphia, though, you're in great shape. Here you'll see lots of sunshine, and Washington, D.C., plenty of sunshine for you, and temperatures will be back on the rise. D.C., we should top out at a high of 88. Now, if you're planning on taking mom out for maybe boating and fishing at the Quabbin Reservoir, it's going to be a little bit wet, so keep that in mind. You might want to have an indoor backup plan for mom. Now, as we head out to the Midwest, we are dealing with the threat of severe weather. Severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect across parts of northeastern Nebraska on into Iowa until at least 9 local time. We also have a new watch extending out of parts of south central Nebraska all the way into extreme northern Kansas, so really watch out. Now, we're also dealing with severe thunderstorm warnings for you in Bremer County in northeastern Iowa, as well as Greene County as we speak. Through the late night hours, the threat of severe weather will stretch anywhere from parts of Iowa back out into Nebraska all the way into parts of the Northeast, so keep that in mind. Travel plans might be a little bit difficult, and you might need to hold off and wait until maybe you can get out and wait these storms out at least. Again, we have that severe thunderstorm watch in effect. Bremer County and Greene County in Iowa, you are under severe thunderstorm warning at this time. Along with the showers and thunderstorms, the temperatures are very warm. We are seeing a lot of widespread 80s. Right now in St. Louis, it's 87. Indianapolis, we're at 84, 85 in Des Moines, but where we have that much cooler air, it's all in place right around the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes. Here we're only seeing temperatures in the 50s and 60s, Green Bay and Minneapolis. We have that warm front continuing to advance northward. To the south of it, a lot of warm air in place, but we have that moisture kind of for it to interact with, and so showers and thunderstorms are starting to fire up, and we're going to continue to see those storms developing through the evening hours. Chicago, keep that in mind for those evening plans. You will be dealing with a storm or two with a temperature by 9 around 65. St. Louis, pretty dry and feeling great out there, 78 degrees. Mother's Day Sunday turning out to be a little bit wet and stormy as well, even a little bit windy for you around Omaha. Our temperatures are going to stay well above average with highs in the 80s. Mark?
Well, in Norfolk, Virginia, kind of a cool and breezy day today. A little bit of sunshine, but you know what? The temperatures didn't even get out of the 60s. So what a change with that backdoor front. Tomorrow, though, if you want to think about head out to the beach, it's looking much better. We should be in the 80s, and that will last well into the upcoming week. Well, as we take a look at our Sunday headlines in the southeast, it is going to be dry and hot for Mother's Day. And if you think about heading off to the beaches here, it's going to be a fantastic day for that. And if you are going to be heading out to the golf tournament here in North Carolina around Charlotte, there'll be abundant sunshine here, so make sure you have a wide-brimmed hat or an umbrella to help protect you from the sun. It's going to be hot out there, too, across the south. So, Dad, as we flip those burgers, we'll be working up a sweat. We do have a backdoor front here coming down through North Carolina, and that has helped to ignite some torrential rains in the mountains here. Doing some camping in the mountains this weekend, head up to the cottage here up in the hills. We are looking at unbelievable rains. Hayward, North Carolina, 4 to 5 inches of rain from these slow-moving storms. Flood warnings here, a lot of washouts on the roads. And way up here in extreme northwest North Carolina, Ashe County, we have a flood warning as well. And over at I-95 and 20, severe thunderstorms. So if you're coming home from the beaches here, you're going to hit some rough weather on 95. Then a real washout here in deep south Texas today. Slow-moving system Abundant moisture that has led to torrential rain and flooding. Most recent flood warnings have been found in deep South Texas in Cameron County. Rainfall here estimated 2 to 3 inches in the past hour. The showers and thunderstorms are rampaging over South Texas. Again, heading home from the beaches this evening, especially around the Brownsville area, you look at the potential for flooded roadways. Same is true around Corpus Christi, and even up around Texas, in North Texas, around Arlington. Could hear a rumble of thunder at the ball game tonight.
Well, there's still much more ahead on PM Edition Weekend, including your weather for the next 7 days.
And of course, coming up next, your local on the 8th, so please stay tuned.
In recent tests, the Mitsubishi Endeavor beat the Honda Pilot in accident avoidance. And during May, when you buy a new Endeavor, it comes with 3 years of free scheduled maintenance. The Honda doesn't. But if you already own one, that's okay. We take trade-ins. Triple Diamond Days. Buy an Endeavor before June 1st and get $2,000 factory cash back. You'll also get 3 years free scheduled maintenance. And as always, a 10-year warranty on an SUV you actually want to drive. Hurry, Mitsubishi's Triple Diamond Days end soon.
Hi, I'm Steve Schultz with a thought for your garden and your family. Everyone wants to grow beautiful flowers, hearty, healthy vegetables, and plants that are nothing short of incredible. But we also need to think about the bigger picture. That's why there's new Schultz Garden Safe. Effective, earth-friendly products you can feel comfortable using. Garden Safe products help your plants without harming the environment. Schultz Garden Safe, it's the right thing to do.
Teatro Greco, Taormina, Sicily. No power, no plugs, no wires. What a perfect place to connect. Because with a laptop powered by Centrino, Intel's mobile technology, you can put on quite a show wirelessly from your own private amphitheater. Intel Centrino mobile technology.
Getting to victory lane is a total team effort. At Ditech.com, we combine speed, reliability, and low cost so you can win the mortgage race.
Call now for Ditech.com's $395 flat fee home loan with 0 points. Use it to refinance or cash out equity. You could save thousands of dollars in closing costs.
Think of Ditech as your personal pit crew.
Ditech.com. Log on or call 1-800-DITECH-1.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local on the 8s.
Currently, the temperature is 82 degrees under partly cloudy skies. The forecast for your area. On Monday, we'll see a chance of thunderstorms. Look for fair skies on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, expect a chance of thunderstorms.
Well, it's 10 minutes after the hour, and it's time for your weekly planner. I'm Mark Mancuso.
I'm Eboni Deon. Before we take a look at the next 7 days of weather, we're going to step back to yesterday. Hopefully there won't be any kind of weather like this in the next coming days, but that's highly unlikely. Hail the size of golf balls rained down on Lynn County, Iowa around lunchtime yesterday. The hailstones dinged up cars and damaged a new roof on an elementary school. Damage is estimated to be in the thousands. Now with the check on the weather for the next 7 days, here's Mark.
Okay, stormy weather with us again tonight in the northern plains states, and that will continue the next several days in the vicinity of the Great Lakes as we still have that stationary front near this jet stream that's blowing west to east. Kind of like a summertime pattern here in the U.S. with all this heat building up in the south. And it's dry too, so if you're looking for Mother Nature to help out with your thirsty flower beds here, forget about it, because it looks like into the beginning of the week it'll be sunny, very hot, and dry. Place where it really changes here is in the west. It's really going to be cooling down here. Got that camping trip planned into the northern Rockies. Unfortunately, we have cold weather coming in. It looks like snow and rain will be returning to parts of Montana and Wyoming. So the beaches in the southeast, but here in the camping country in the west, it is going to be almost winter-like. Well, if you're going to be out in the Tennessee River tomorrow here, right around the beautiful Nickajack Lake there off of Interstate 24, it's going to be hot and sunny. So for Mom taking her out on the boat there, maybe you want to take a little dip there. Well, it's kind of chilly, but boy, it's going to be hot. Cool water might feel kind of good. 90 degrees, lots of sunshine. No risk of storms here right around Nickajack Lake there, so it's looking pretty good. Good to see an isolated storm in the mountains again in the Appalachians tomorrow on your Mother's Day. So if you're headed up to the mountains this weekend here, I may see a stray storm, but the storm today, boy, they've been whoppers with the torrential rainfall, and that's led to some flooding. But it's looking better here for beachgoers in the mid-Atlantic as warmer, more moist air does come on in. Might want to think about taking Mom out to the movies there in New York City and Buffalo, because it does look like some wet and very humid air will be with us. But for all those picnics and neighborhood gatherings across the southeast, it'll be sunny, hot, and dry. Looks great in Los Angeles. Head out to the beaches this weekend. No extreme heat, thank goodness for that. Just a typical warmth, as you would expect. But the winds could be a little bit of a problem in the southwest the next couple of days. Now, as we take a look ahead to Monday and Tuesday, we're getting more concerned with this energy coming out from the west and the moisture coming up from the Gulf here, because it does look like some pretty violent weather could return to the midsection of the country here starting Tuesday into Wednesday. Talking with our severe weather expert, Dr. Greg Forbes, he thinks this could be quite an outbreak of severe weather with the hail and the damaging winds and possible tornadoes. So very active weather, very stormy across the central United States here as we head into the midweek period. As we look ahead to Thursday in the east, it's going to feel like summer. Might want to think about that trip to the cottage this week, because it is going to be very warm and a little bit humid as a Bermuda high builds in. And as we look ahead to Friday, a slow-moving front will sponsor heavy rain and storms and the potential for more flooding. Now let's check those temperatures. And here's Ebony with the hot stuff in the south.
Oh, yes, Mark, the heat is on across much of the nation with highs into the 80s all the way into South Dakota and Minnesota. So it's going to be a warm Mother's Day for you here, and also very, very toasty across the desert southwest with temperatures topping out in the triple digits. So really dealing with some hot air over the next few days. Of course, much of the eastern U.S. will stay very warm as we start off our new week on Monday, but we'll start to see that cool air kind of spilling back in right along the northern tier. 50s across northern parts of North Dakota and Minnesota. And the real cool down, well, that's going to be in place on Tuesday, especially once you make your way in across parts of the northern parts of the Intermountain West. Temperatures will only get into the 40s and 50s. And again, some higher elevations could be picking up on snow Tuesday into Wednesday. That's when we'll see that cool air kind of really starting to make its way further south and east. Parts of North Dakota won't make it out of the 40s this Wednesday. Of course, much of the eastern U.S. will stay well above average. Highs in the 80s. We'll see some 90s into western and southern Texas. Later on in our work week, while that cool air will still be in place across the northern plains and the upper Midwest, highs generally in the 40s and 50s, but across the Midwest, although we're in for a cool down, it's going to feel a little bit closer to where we should be this time of year, with highs in the 70s for you around Kansas and Missouri. Those 70s will be a little bit more widespread by Friday, that is. The southwest, though, will stay hot. A lot of 90s and triple-digit numbers for you. Along the Gulf Coast and much of the deep south, we'll see 80s, but we'll keep those 50s around across Minnesota.
And coming up next on PM Edition Weekend, the heat's on in Denver today, but there are some cooler changes ahead.
We'll show you the scenes from the Mile High City when we come back, but first, your local on the 8th.
Before you know it, I'll be walking down the aisle. Someday soon, I'll be away at college.
right before your eyes. I'll take my kids to the same places you took me.
Don't wait.
They grow up fast. Enjoy it while you can. The 8-passenger Sequoia.
They're everywhere. Beautiful widescreen high-definition televisions struck down in the prime of their careers by an utter lack of HD programming. With your help, we can put millions of HD TVs back to work. Now you can subscribe to Voom. Over 100 channels of great entertainment with more than 30 channels in stunning high definition. Over 3 times more HD programming than any other cable or satellite provider. Just the thing to keep those HD TVs pretty busy. And if you call today, you can get all the monthly programming Voom has to offer at an unbelievably low price. Plus, get Voom with absolutely no upfront cost and free installation.
So call 1-800-465-7015 to subscribe today. Fire up your HD TV with 39 HD channels. Call 1-800-465-7015 or visit boom.com/free to order now.
Tonight at 8 p.m., watch Storm Stories. This woman finds out that weather
It's the one thing you really cannot control.
Can she make it home? Watch Storm Stories tonight at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on the Weather Channel. Ever survived a tornado? Enter the Storm Quest contest and your story could become an original Storm Stories episode on the Weather Channel. Visit weather.com/storm stories for contest details. Brought to you by MSN.
What about Paris?
Why not the Caribbean? How can planning your next trip be even better?
Mexico?
Knowing your trip could be free.
Hawaii! Yes!
Call now to request the City Advantage World MasterCard, and you can earn free award travel plus get 10,000 bonus miles. And you can use your miles to fly on over 25 top airlines. You'll earn 1 mile for every dollar you spend on everyday purchases and on special purchases too. Call to request your card and 10,000 bonus miles. Plus now your miles never expire as long as you make a purchase with your card at least once every 3 years. Soon you'll be on the trip you planned. Use your miles to fly on over 25 top airlines, stay at the finest hotels worldwide, and drive with any major car rental company free. Call now to request your City Advantage World MasterCard and 10,000 bonus miles. And your next trip to almost anywhere could be free.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local on the 8s.
Currently in your area, 82 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Forecast for your area. On Monday, we'll see a chance of thunderstorms. Look for fair skies on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, expect a chance of thunderstorms.
It's about 20 minutes after the hour on PM Edition Weekend. It's time for us to take a look at how weather affects your life. Well, you're getting a taste of summer today in Denver. You're seeing partly cloudy skies and high temperatures will rise into the mid-80s this afternoon, but a cool down is expected next week. So if you like it warm, enjoy it while you can. Highs on Thursday may only reach the mid-50s. Well, currently across the U.S., we are dealing with severe weather, showers and thunderstorms firing up across parts of the Midwest and even the upper Midwest getting in on the action. And now there's a new severe thunderstorm watch in effect for Michigan and Ohio, which is not showing up on our graphic right now, but we will have more on that in just a second. We want to update you first on all of the warnings that we have taking place. Counties that are shaded in yellow, here you can see severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect for you at this time, including parts of Wisconsin, South Dakota, Michigan, and Iowa. Here in South Dakota, we are dealing with a severe thunderstorm now in south central Butte County, and here you can see those stronger cells kind of pushing off to the east. We're also dealing with severe weather into parts of Iowa, where here you can see that line kind of making its way off to the east as well. Travel definitely not recommended at this time along I-35 just to the north of Des Moines. You're seeing those stronger storms moving through the area. That does include Fayette County, northern Greene County, as well as Hamilton and Hardin. And so you'll definitely want to seek shelter and stay away from the windows. Try to get inside of a sturdy building. Wisconsin, we too are dealing with the threat of severe thunderstorms right now. Here you can see those cells moving just to the west of Green Bay and now pressing eastward. So severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for you. Along with these storms, we could be dealing with strong winds and hail around Outagamie County as well as Wapaka. So really take it easy as you're getting out this evening. And again, we have severe thunderstorms also popping up into parts of the southeast. We're dealing with a severe thunderstorm now over Florence County, and we're also dealing with the potential of flooding into the mountains of North Carolina. So really dealing with some extreme weather as we get through the evening hours, volatile weather as well, because again, we could be dealing with some strong winds as well as hail. As we take a look at our Mother's Day forecast, though, some of you are going to be off to a pretty nice start getting out to celebrate Mother's Day with your mom. Boston, it might be a little bit wet with a high around 62, so grab the umbrellas and the jackets for you and mom. Around New York City, there might be a storm or two, but Philadelphia looks great for you and mom to get out for maybe a Mother's Day brunch. Washington, D.C., if you're planning on getting outside to enjoy the sunshine, head out there early because later in the day, it is going to be a hot one with a high up to 88 degrees. As we check out some of the western cities, Los Angeles, you're going to be in for lots of sunshine. Temperature all the way up to 78 around Phoenix. If you and mom are planning on hitting the golf course, you might want to set up that tee time early in the day. It's going to be a scorcher during the afternoon with a high all the way up to the century mark. Salt Lake City looking great for maybe a picnic, high up to 80. Vegas, again, get out there early if you and mom are planning on maybe trying your luck on the Vegas Strip. If you're planning on getting in some beach time, well, it looks like around South Padre Island, you might be dealing with a storm or two. Head out to the beach early and take that stroll in the sand. We should expect a high up to 78 with a mix of clouds and sunshine, and again, maybe a storm or two.
Spring has always been the season of awakening. Many of us snap out of our winter sleep as soon as we see the early flowering trees. They can be a reminder to us of things that we want to get planted in the garden. If you've had planting a tree on your mind, you might think about selecting one that has visual interest in more than one season, like this one, the purple leaf plum. In spring, it covers itself with tiny, almost white flowers. The effect of some of these trees grouped together can be quite showy. As soon as the petals fall from the blossoms, they put on their robe of reddish-purple leaves that will persist through the summer and into the fall. Here you can already see the reddish-bronze leaves pushing out from the stems. Now these trees are considered ornamentals, meaning that they'll only reach heights of 25 to 30 feet, smaller than your standard shade tree. You'll find purple leaf plum fast-growing and very hardy to cold temperatures. There are several cultivars to choose from, and some of these will even bear fruit. If you're thinking of planting one near a walk or a patio, I recommend you look for a variety at a local nursery that does not produce fruit, like Newport or Mount St. Helens. Dropping fruit in late summer can be a mess, and it will attract yellow jackets and bees. Purple leaf plum can add a nice dimension to your landscape because of their beautiful flowers in spring and attractive foliage during the summer and fall. For more gardening tips, log on to pallensmith.com. And for weather information, weather.com. From the garden, I'm Alan Smith for the Weather Channel.
Your home will look and feel larger if you end the notion that gardens are just flower beds. Find out more in P. Alan Smith's Garden Home, the new book by gardening expert Alan Smith, in stores now.
Relationships in life are more important than the one between you and your Michelin tires. Rugged, long-lasting Michelin truck tires. Michelin, because so much is riding on your truck tires. Buy this great bobblehead and help support the American Humane Association. Visit MichelinMan.com.
Michelin tires are available at a dealer near you or visit Michelin.com.
Surprise! Happy Mother's Day!
Wow, it's spa day.
Give Mom the spa treatment from Radio Shack. Help her relax with a LifeWise waterproof massaging bath pillow or LifeWise rechargeable massager, each just $19.99. Or give Mom the gift of fresh air. Buy 2 LifeWise Environizers, get 20% off. Buy 3 or more, get 30% off.
This has been the best Mother's Day ever. Thank you.
Radio Shack.
Drivers feel really good riding with Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Allergy eyes?
They really itch. They water and burn. My allergies last for weeks. Some days I can't even go outside.
Healthy eyes.
My eye doctor recommends Similison eye drops.
Similison stimulates your eye's natural ability to cool itching, burning, watering eyes without harsh chemicals, stinging, or side effects.
Similison is healthy for my eyes. My eyes really feel better. I use it almost every day.
Similison, healthy relief for allergy eyes.
Tonight at 8 p.m., watch Storm Stories. This woman finds out that weather
is the one thing you really cannot control.
Can she make it home? Watch Storm Stories tonight at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on the Weather Channel. Ever survived a tornado? Enter the Storm Quest contest and your story could become an original Storm Stories episode on the Weather Channel. Visit weather.com/storm stories for contest details. Brought to you by MSN.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local on the 8s.
Currently, the temperature is 82 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Forecast for your area. Your extended forecast.
This is PM Edition Weekend.
Hello and welcome to PM Edition Weekend. I'm Eboni Deon.
And I'm Mark Mancuso. Thanks so much for joining us. We're looking at the potential for more severe weather tonight across the Great Lakes and the Northern Plains states. Even as we speak, the watches and the warnings are coming on in. And the big problem tonight is the large and damaging hail. We had some of that last night for you, too, as we take you into Lynn County in Iowa. Check this out. Hail the size of golf balls, putting dents in cars. Well, could you see hail like this where you live? Well, we'll let you know all about that. So let's focus in on the potential for severe weather. Where do we see it? We see it cutting across Iowa and right into Michigan during the evening hours. Large hail again will be the primary threats. Make sure the car is in the garage. Now let's check on the big cool down in the east. Ebony?
And what a cool down it has been, Mark, with temperatures about 10 to nearly 30 degrees cooler than this time yesterday, thanks to a passing front. That cool air has definitely made its way southward all across the Northeast. So heading out at this hour, grab the jackets. You'll need it. We're only at 52 degrees right now in Boston. Not much warmer in New York City at 53. It's not feeling, though, too bad around the nation's capital. Getting out doing some sightseeing. We are at 67 degrees. It's cooler, though, for you in Norfolk with a temperature of 58. We have high pressure sitting just off the coast, and that's helping to pull in the moisture. Seeing light rain showers coming in across western and central portions of New York. But again, most of the rain is on the light side. As we get into the evening hours, though, we could see the rain making its way a little bit further to the south. So watch out once you get a little bit further south of the Buffalo area. We could see some rain kind of coming down into Erie, Pennsylvania. New York City, though, staying dry tonight. As you're getting out to see that Broadway show, you should be in great shape. We'll cool down to 53 by 9 o'clock, and we'll drop down to about 60 in Washington, D.C. Our Mother's Day Sunday, though, looking a little bit wet, maybe even stormy at times. We could see a few thunderstorms kind of rumbling around the New York City area. Philadelphia, though, you and your mom are going to be in for a fantastic afternoon. And if you're planning on maybe doing some sightseeing around Washington, D.C., here we'll see lots of sunshine with a pleasant, well, warm high, that is, up to 88. If you like it hot, then it will be pleasant for you. We'll go up to about 80 in Pittsburgh. Well, throughout the Midwest, we've been keeping you updated on all of the severe weather, and we now have a new severe thunderstorm watch, that is, in effect across parts of Michigan, northern Indiana, and Ohio through the late evening hours. So really watch out here. We have a severe thunderstorm now in place over Cass County, so you really want to definitely seek shelter and stay away from the windows. This threat will continue in the area shaded in red through the late night hours. Any place that you see the orange, well, we could see maybe a thunderstorm or two, but here's that cell that's now making its way across parts of southern Michigan. Cass County, again, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for you. We have this warm front continuing to lift northward just to the south of it. The temperatures are very, very warm. In fact, well above average, that is. We're seeing a lot of widespread 80s. We're at 83 right now in Indianapolis, 86 in St. Louis, 89 degrees in Lincoln, Nebraska, and we're at 85 in Des Moines. But just a little further north, you can clearly see where that frontal boundary lies. Temperatures are much cooler around Minneapolis. We're at 69. In Green Bay, we're in the low 50s. Our Mother's Day here across the Midwest will turn out to be an active day again. Showers and storms for you around Chicago, but we'll keep it dry in St. Louis with a high temperature getting up to 87. Mark?
Across the southeast United States, wow, what another beautiful weekend it has been with a lot of sunshine and very warm weather here. Take a look at the evening readings, still way up in the 80s, very summer-like here. So a great evening for the walk down by the river here, just trying to cool off after this long, hot summer-like day. Meanwhile, we have seen other concerns, though, in the southeastern United States, and they're from rain and storms. South Texas, flooding rains in the mountains of North Carolina, and occasionally severe storms popping up here, the intersection of a front and the sea breeze coming together here. So I-95, headed home from the beaches here, you will run into downpours. So you might want to wait a little while longer, let these storms weaken. In the mountains here, take that trip up to the mountains for the weekend for Mother's Day. Up there at the cottage, wow. It is raining and raining hard. Severe thunderstorms, lightning crashing everywhere, and rain coming down in buckets here. We've had 4 or 5 inches of rain, making for flooding in Hayward County. Around the Dallas-Fort Worth area, rain and thunderstorms coming in primarily up over Fort Worth, but Arlington, where they're playing the game tonight, thunderstorms are nearby, so you may have a delay to deal with thunderstorms in the area. Farther south, it's been deep Gulf moisture coming in. We've had flooding in South Texas, around Cameron County, 2-3 inches of rain, a lot of water on the roadways. It's been a horrible time for beachgoers here around South Padre with this moisture in place. And it does look like few more showers and storms lingering into tomorrow. But we're looking a little bit more optimistic for beachgoers here. 78, a mixture of clouds and sun, but again, the risk of a thunderstorm will be with us for beachgoers on Mother's Day. Should be a great day in the southeast. Dad, make sure Mom's nice and cool in the shade here and has a drink while you're flipping the burgers. It's going to be another hot one. Let's head to the western United States for you. And those of you headed out to the Reno casinos for some gambling this weekend, having a hard time. We've had some wildfires burning along I-80 and have forced the California Highway Patrol and Nevada Highway Patrol to close the highway because of all the firefighting equipment on the roadway. Fire is producing a lot of smoke, which is reducing visibility in the area. In the west, one big storm system spinning off the coast here. That's keeping it a little cool and damp in Seattle and Portland today. It's also helping to kick up the winds onshore, so we are looking at some mild readings in Southern California this weekend as opposed to the heat. Planning on doing some camping here. Well, it's a little bit brisk, wouldn't you say, around West Yellowstone and Glacier, and the risk of some showers. Overnight lows in the 20s.
Well, there's still much more ahead on PM Edition Weekend, including how you can turn your real-life weather story into one that's highlighted on TV.
Details straight ahead. First, your local on the 8s.
Getting to victory lane is a total team effort.
Call now for Ditech.com's $395 flat fee home loan with 0 points.
Think of Ditech as your personal pit crew.
Log on or call 1-800-DITECH-1.
In recent tests, the all-new Mitsubishi Galant outperformed the Toyota Camry in acceleration and in braking. Now let's see how it stacks up against their free maintenance program. Oh, right. They don't have one. Triple Diamond Days. This month only, get 3 years free scheduled maintenance when you buy an all-new Galant. And before June 1st, lease a Galant for just $239 a month for 36 months. As always, you'll get a 10-year warranty on a car you actually want to drive. Hurry, Mitsubishi's Triple Diamond Days end soon.
Jay Bush and Duke here to introduce Bush's Baked Beans in our new microwavable cup. Now you can enjoy our delicious beans anywhere there's a microwave. Roll that beautiful bean footage. They're slow cooked according to a secret family recipe with specially cured bacon, brown sugar, and a delicate blend of spices. I've only shared Bush's secret family recipe with Duke, and he's not talking. Boy, these people sure are friendly.
Yeah, friendly.
Enjoy Bush's Baked Beans, now in our new microwavable cup.
Mr. Shatner, please have a seat. We have to let you go.
But I'm the voice of Priceline.
But now it's the new Priceline.
What's new about it?
You can actually choose your flights, times, even airlines from a selection of very low fares.
Or you can still name your own price and save even more.
But who could possibly replace me?
Hi, guys. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Leonard. The new Priceline. Now there's a choice.
If you're looking for the inside track to a great home loan, call or click on Ditech.com.
Ditech is offering a $395 flat fee home loan with 0 points.
Get on the Mortgage Superspeedway right now with Ditech.com.
Call 1-800-DITECH-1.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local on the 8s.
Currently, the temperature is 82 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Forecast. On Monday, we'll see a chance of thunderstorms. Look for fair skies on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, expect a chance of thunderstorms.
Hello and welcome back to PM Edition Weekend. It's time now for our lifestyle segment, and this is where we take a look at how weather affects your life. Well, what's Storm Stories about tonight? It was Jim Cantori with the preview.
A woman goes where few have ever ventured. She's trying to row across the Atlantic Ocean. Tonight at 8 on Storm Stories, her trip will not be easy. Her boat capsizes in the throes of huge waves as not one, but 2 hurricanes cross her path. Her incredible story, tonight on Storm Stories. That's at 8 Eastern and Pacific, right here on the Weather Channel.
Well, we do have the risk of severe weather this evening, and it's again across the places. We've seen it the past several nights, and that's rolling right here across the upper Midwest and Great Lakes. We've highlighted the areas in red that you want to be on the alert tonight, and you want to keep the Weather Channel tuned in. And if you don't have the Weather Channel, you're going to be out on the road. You might want to think about the Weather Channel's notify system there. So if you're out on the road there and severe weather does approach, you will be notified by cell phone. So it's a great thing to have. You can check on that with weather.com. Now, all across the corridor here from lower Michigan, westward into Iowa and eastern Nebraska, there is the threat for large and damaging hail once again. We've had episodes of thunderstorms producing hail the size of golf balls this afternoon, early this evening, and that's been especially so here in Iowa. Counties shaded in yellow. This is where we've had the severe thunderstorm warnings, like here in Butte County in South Dakota, coming towards the Black Hills. Some vicious storms, high winds, and hail the size of pennies here. They're rolling off towards the east. Here in Des Moines, did see a few cells pop up, but that was the precursor to the big mother load of storms here. This line stretching north of Des Moines here, quickly becoming severe, producing large and damaging hail all throughout the line. We're getting reports here of hail up to the size of quarters. So this is a pretty nasty line. I'm sure in Des Moines you can look to the north and see the dark clouds, and you can see all that lightning out there. So this line headed slowly towards the east. Torrential rains, and that will lead to flooding. Travel not recommended north of Des Moines and 35. Other area of concern, new severe watch just being issued here in lower Michigan and, of course, northern Indiana, northwest Ohio. That's because of these cells here stretching into Cass County, northern Indiana, southern lower Michigan. These cells here capable of large hail too, again the size of quarters. They're moving east to 30, so they'll be joined by other storms that will be severe as well. Now, if you're going to be south of the storms tomorrow, Missouri, you picked the right place. If you head out to Osage Beach, take a mom here. The weather does look beautiful. Sunny skies, temperatures in the 80s. Now here's P. Allen Smith with some gardening tips.
There's no question that our sense of taste is a very complex system. The flavor of the fresh foods we eat can be influenced by many things, and tomatoes are no exception. You see, the variety we choose and the soil they're grown in, as well as how they're fed, can all influence their taste. Gary Ibsen, a tomato specialist, has been experimenting for over 20 years on how growing conditions influence the flavor of the fruit.
I've been growing tomatoes organically for a number of years, and not only do I feel that it's my responsibility to treat the soil with integrity, but I feel that the tomatoes taste better. Well, I believe there's hardly anything more important than a good base of healthy soil. And I started here with a wild field that had nothing really in it, and I added a lot of compost and soft rock phosphate and azomite rock dust and earthworm castings, and I have a very healthy soil right now. One of the things I found that tomatoes have been most responsive to is foliar feeding, which I do several times during a season. And with a solution of fish emulsion and minerals and sea kelp, I found that the tomato is able to better resist pests and also resist some of the stress from winds.
If you're going to grow a tomato, why not grow the best tasting possible? Getting the soil right and feeding the foliage makes a lot of sense, especially when you see beautiful, healthy plants like these. For more gardening tips, log on to pallensmith.com. And for weather information, weather.com. From the garden, I'm Alan Smith for the Weather Channel.
A great companion to P. Allen Smith Gardens is our website, pallensmith.com. Get hands-on gardening tips, delicious recipes, and crafts projects that will take you from season to season. All just a mouse click away at pallensmith.com.
This program was brought to you by Proven Winners. A better garden starts with a better plant.
Your better garden starts with a better plant. Proven Winners plants grow faster than other plants. They thrive in landscapes or containers and are covered with flowers all season long. The plant labels make growing easy. Look for Proven Winners with the PW label at your favorite garden center. And this spring, make your garden a proven winner. A better garden starts with a better plant.
Purchase Proven Winners products at a retailer near you.
It's not that you don't have something to do. It's that you don't have anything to do together. Sun Tracker solves the problem. This weekend, your family could be up to something fishy, slaving over a hot stove, getting in over their heads. You might even find them at the end of their rope. Translation, more fun than you'd ever dreamed for less than you thought possible. Sun Tracker, making weekends fun everywhere in America's favorite pontoon boat.
Visit your Sun Tracker dealer to see the world's #1 selling pontoon boat lineup.
Feel it, drink it, feel it.
It's our biggest Sienna ever. 3 rows, 8 seats, bring the whole team. Or you can have a whole row to yourself. Got a sister? Yeah. Won't even know she's there. DVD? Personal headphones. It's got 60% more cargo space. Wow, it's really huge. Jeez, and it's got a 230 horsepower V6. What's that? I'm not sure.
The Toyota Sienna. It has everything kids want and everything you need.
Got a mouse in the house? Pests like mice, termites, roaches, mosquitoes, and bedbugs tend to multiply alarmingly fast. So that little pest problem may be bigger than you think. Contact a pest control professional.
Tonight at 8 p.m., watch Storm Stories. This woman finds out that weather
It's the one thing you really cannot control.
Can she make it home? Watch Storm Stories tonight at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on the Weather Channel. Ever survived a tornado? Enter the Storm Quest contest and your story could become an original Storm Stories episode on the Weather Channel. Visit weather.com/Storm Stories for contest details. Brought to you by MSN.
Sometimes being out in your own backyard helps you see things clearly. And you look across the country. First you see energy shortages, then everything else that's going on there. And then you look right here at our local electric co-op. We know the people at our co-op. We know how they do business. We know the owners because, well, we're the owners. I guess the difference comes down to one thing. The people have the power.
When we shine as one.
Mom, what's wrong with Buddy?
It's time to call 1-800-PET-MEDS. I protect my pets and family against fleas and ticks. 1-800-PET-MEDS delivers my pet's medications right to my door.
1-800-PET-MEDS. Great savings on Frontline, HeartGuard, and all your pet's medications with free shipping. Order online or call now.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local on the 8s.
Currently, the temperature is 82 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Forecast for your area. On Monday, we'll see a chance of thunderstorms. Look for fair skies on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, expect a chance of thunderstorms.
Hello, it's 50 minutes after the hour. You're watching PM Edition Weekend.
And it's this time every day that we turn the spotlight on storms all around the country.
But did you know your storm story could end up on the Weather Channel? Here's Nick Walker to explain how.
Do you have any kind of planner loaded?
Every day we tell you about the weather. Now it's your turn to tell us. Tell us about the worst weather you've ever survived.
We're in a big trouble.
Because someone's real-life experience is going to become an episode of Storm Stories.
We're stuck in a vehicle.
And it could be you. Enter the Storm Quest contest now at weather.com/stormstories.
I was so glad to get out of there.
Make your storm story become one of our storm stories.
Well, we have all sorts of severe weather busting out again this evening, all the way from Michigan westward to South Dakota. And unfortunately, the stormy tides are going to remain with us right through midweek. And as a matter of fact, it could get even worse out here as a strong trough makes its move from the western states and collides with a moist flow coming out from the Gulf of Mexico. And with quite a powerful cold front cutting across this region, there'll be the potential for dangerous storms here stretching from Minnesota all the way down into Oklahoma and Texas. Our severe weather expert, Dr. Greg Forbes, is very concerned about the severe weather by midweek in the form of hail and tornadoes, as well as damaging winds. We have our hands full this evening. Here's Eboni with more on the severe weather ongoing. Eboni?
Yes, it's very active, Mark, this evening all across parts of the Midwest. We're dealing with severe thunderstorm watches in the areas that are outlined in this yellow box. But the counties that are shaded in, you have severe thunderstorm warnings now in effect for your county. So if you see your county shaded in yellow, you want to seek shelter at this time and stay away from the windows. Some of the counties in Iowa include Hamilton, Boone, Greene, Fayette, and Buchanan. And some of these storms have been capable of producing some at least nickel-sized hail. So definitely make sure that you are really very careful, and you don't want to leave out at this time. Just wait these storms out if you have any plans on getting out this evening. As we get through the late night hours, it looks like this severe thunderstorm threat will continue at least through midnight, and the area shaded in red. Travel certainly not recommended. It looks like it's going to be a tough go trying to make your way out along I-80, also I-35, making your way through Iowa again, where we have most of the active weather around Detroit. Even we could too see maybe a strong storm before it's all said and done. As far as the rain that's coming down, we're seeing a strong line that's making its way through central portions of Iowa, and also dealing with some stronger storms moving through parts of Wisconsin as well. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for you in Cass County, and that's located just across southern parts of Michigan. And then we can see that threat of stronger storms into northern Indiana and Ohio as well. Take a look at all of the lightning strikes that are popping up with these storms, especially in Iowa, a cluster of lightning strikes. So really brightening up the skies here as we get through the evening hours. We're seeing not only rain and thunderstorms, but also some pretty gusty winds. So although it's not raining into parts of central Illinois and back out across Kansas, the winds are picking up quite a bit. So really take it easy, especially if you're getting out on the roadways. If you have a high-profile vehicle, you will definitely want to make sure you have both hands on the steering wheel. Well, here's the current picture across the nation. We have that warm front, which is the focal point for most of this active weather. A lot of warm air in place, and with the moisture that we're seeing, that's where most of the showers and storms are firing up right along and north of the front. To the south, high pressure is dominating, so things are fairly quiet, generally from St. Louis southward into much of the southeast, but we also are dealing with the threat of a few severe storms into the Carolinas, and mainly just rain, which is heavy at times, into parts of southern Texas as well. Well, we're also dealing with rain into the northeast, generally just some light rain showers kind of pushing eastward through Buffalo and around the Rochester area. Here you can see a closer look. I-90, it's going to be a wet go this evening, so really take it easy as you're making your way out and about. Also I-81, making your way through Syracuse. It's going to be light rain that you'll see here. Wisconsin, we're seeing more rain starting to pick up now, but check out the rainfall totals from earlier today. up to nearly 2.5 inches around Westby and Wisconsin Rapids, a little over an inch for you and just over an inch in La Crosse. Green Bay, I'm sure our totals will increase before it's all said and done. Places that could use the rain, we're really not seeing it into the southeast. That's where we're really dealing with dry conditions. Areas shaded in yellow are at least suffering a deficit of about 1 inch or more. But then as we take a closer look, there are some areas too that are dealing with deficits up to about 3 inches of rain and 6 to 9 inches into parts of Georgia, including the Atlanta area, where we are about 7 inches behind in our rainfall totals.
And of course, we'll be keeping you up to date on the severe weather right after your local on the 8th.
In recent tests, the Mitsubishi Endeavor beat the Honda Pilot in accident avoidance. And during May, when you buy a new Endeavor, it comes with 3 years of free scheduled maintenance. The Honda doesn't. But if you already own one, that's okay. We take trade-ins. Triple Diamond Days. Buy an Endeavor before June 1st and get $2,000 factory cash back. You'll also get 3 years free scheduled maintenance. And as always, a 10-year warranty on an SUV you actually want to drive. Hurry, Mitsubishi's Triple Diamond Days end soon.
They say to play the blues, you have to understand pain.
Oh, she hurts me so bad.
Diabetes can be very painful. Sticking my fingers, checking my blood sugar. You don't have to hurry.
Less pain, less blood. On your fingers or your arm. One Touch Ultra. Results in 5 seconds.
I can feel it way down in my shoes.
To play the blues, you want to feel it here, not here.
One Touch Ultra.
On the farm, a lot of times you need to get power to a place where there is none. Well, no one is better equipped to help you out than us. Okay, Larry. Well, alrighty then. Hit it! When you can generate your own power, that's freedom.
Tonight on the Weather Channel, next at 7. Get the latest weather news and forecasts on PM Edition Weekend. Then at 8, it's back-to-back episodes of the riveting drama Storm Stories. And at 9, Evening Edition.
The Weather Channel is brought to you by this cable or satellite provider. You can also get reliable forecasts from the Weather Channel through this radio station.
Tonight at 8 p.m., watch Storm Stories. This woman finds out that weather
It's the one thing you really cannot control.
Can she make it home? Watch Storm Stories tonight at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on the Weather Channel. Ever survived a tornado? Enter the Storm Quest contest and your story could become an original Storm Stories episode on the Weather Channel. Visit weather.com/Storm Stories for contest details. Brought to you by MSN.
Now your local forecast on the Weather Channel. And for weather information on over 80,000 cities, go to weather.com.
Currently, the temperature is 81 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Your forecast. your extended forecast.
Get ready. Extreme Weather Week starts May 23rd, only on the Weather Channel.
Live from the Weather Channel, this is PM Edition Weekend.
Good evening and welcome to PM Edition Weekend. I'm Mark Mancuso.
And I'm Eboni Deon. Thanks for joining us.
And once again, the storm's busting out again across the Plain States. Heavy rain and lots of vivid lightning and large and damaging hail. Here's your stormy scenario continuing right into Sunday, Mother's Day. Looking pretty rough there from Minnesota into Michigan here, as we'll be looking at more torrential rains north of a stalled front. Quite a bit of Gulf moisture sliding up into the Great Lakes region. These disturbances now coming in from the west along the jet, providing additional lift. So what you see here are episodes of heavy rain and flooding and severe storms, potentially knocking out your power and producing damage to your property. Right now, we do see quite a bit of warnings and watches out across the upper Midwest. Where you see the yellow here, severe thunderstorm watches issued by the Storms Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma, from the Dakotas to Nebraska and eastward into Michigan and Ohio. And presently, the county shaded in yellow with severe thunderstorm warnings. You can see them there stretching from South Dakota into Michigan and even parts of the South having problems with severe weather and flooding. Here's Ebony with more in the Midwest.
Well, we're going to take you to the Northeast first, where we are dealing with quite a cool down. Temperatures some 10 to nearly 30 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. And it's all thanks to a backdoor cold front that has made its way southward, ushering in some much cooler air. In New York City, we're about 27 degrees cooler than just this time yesterday. So heading out at this hour, you will need a heavy jacket. We're only at 53 degrees. We're at 67 in D.C. Not feeling too bad, but only up to about 58 right now in the Norfolk area. We're dealing with mostly just some light rain showers coming across much of New York. Things are fairly quiet in comparison to the rest of the Midwest. Across the Northeast, we're not really seeing any active weather at this time, just the light rain that's kind of coming down for you around Buffalo and Rochester and even around Syracuse. We too are picking up on the light rain showers. Now heading out on Mother's Day, it could be a little bit wet and stormy for some of you, so you and Mom will need to pack the rain gear before getting out and about to enjoy your day together. New York City, keep an eye to the sky. If you're maybe heading out doing some shopping or planning on having lunch, you could be dealing with a storm or two. Getting out around Philadelphia and D.C., enjoy the sunshine, but do it early. If Mom doesn't like hot temperatures, you'll definitely want to get her out there early, because D.C., we are going to heat all the way up to 88 degrees. Now, if you and your mom are planning on doing some boating, maybe even a little bit of fishing, if she likes nature, have an indoor backup plan, because around the Quabbin Reservoir, it could be a little wet with a high temperature up to 65. Now, with a check on the Midwest, we have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for many counties in Iowa, and it does include Winneshiek County in northeastern Iowa. Also, Nebraska starting to see those showers and thunderstorms popping up. Severe thunderstorm warnings now in effect for you in Dawson and Platte County. It looks like this threat will continue through the late night hours at least. So if you live in the area shaded in red, be extra careful. Take extra precaution before getting out this evening. Wisconsin, we're dealing with rain too. At this time, we have no severe thunderstorm warnings, but with all the rain that we've had earlier in the day, along with the rain that's coming down, well, there is the potential of flooding in some areas. So if you see a road that you encounter that might be covered in water, turn around and don't drown. Well, as far as our temperatures are concerned, we have a lot of warm air in place across the Midwest, but it looks like we're seeing some much cooler air in place just to the north. So you can clearly see where the frontal boundary lies. Just to the south, 85 in Des Moines, but to the north, we're only at 69 right now in Minneapolis. Right along that frontal boundary is where we're going to see the showers and storms through this evening even. Chicago may be dealing with a storm or two. St. Louis, you should be in great shape. Moonlit skies this evening, temperature around 78 by 9. And then your Mother's Day, St. Louis staying warm and dry with a high temperature back into the upper 80s. Mark?
Okay, let's go to the southern United States. Keeping an eye on the backdoor front here. It's brought some cooling down the east coast, but now as it collides with the very hot and stable air in the south, we have seen strong to severe thunderstorms erupt here. Most recently in Robeson County in eastern North Carolina, we are looking at frequent lightning and torrential downpours and winds to 60 miles an hour with these storms. Stay away from windows as these storms drift towards the northwest. Tough travel on I-95 as you head home from the beaches this evening. Other concerns in the mountains here, western North Carolina, upper east Tennessee here, we've been looking at torrential rainfall 4 or 5 inches, so we're getting some flooded roadways here. Flash flooding definitely a concern. And here in upper East Tennessee and Johnson County, severe thunderstorm warnings. Again, high winds and hail, potential for power outages as well. Now, farther west, we have other concerns with moisture coming up through Texas. Past couple of days, we've seen the showers and storms build up. Most recently, South Texas, looking at the very heavy rainfall, 2, 3, 4 inches of rain from outside of Corpus Christi to South Texas around Brownsville, Cameron County. We do have flood warnings in effect. Now we take you into West Texas, where we see more storms firing up, and they're quickly becoming severe. Smith County, severe thunderstorm warnings, high winds, a big concern with these storms west of Amarillo this evening. Here's all the heavy rain still with us in South Texas. Boy, we've had a tough time for beachgoers here. Flooding around Brownsville, still pouring here. We've already had 2, 3, 4 inches of rain. And if you're hoping to get a better day tomorrow for Mother's Day, well, still the risk of a thunderstorm at the beaches. Most of Southeast, though, sunny, hot, and dry. Great beach weather around Florida and up through the Carolinas. And it looks like for that afternoon barbecue, Dad, it's going to be pretty darn hard out there. Temperatures in the upper 80s, feeling more like summer. Now, in the western United States, we do have a cool system pumping in the moisture to the northwest. Seen a few showers from time to time. Meanwhile, in the southwest, it's hot in Arizona, but pleasant on those California beaches. If you're a camper or a hiker, next couple of days here, we're looking at some pretty nippy nights with teens and 20s, and the risk of showers and cold temperatures tomorrow in Glacier, Montana. There you see that heat. It's in Phoenix, but LA, we're looking pretty good. Headed out to Santa Monica Pier. Looks like pleasant weather on your Sunday.
Well, stay with us. There's much more to come, including your weekly planner.
And of course, it's all coming up right after your local on the 8s.
Hey guys, check this out. Look at these competitive numbers. Speed and reliability. That's what makes a winner.
You're right. You can't argue with great performance.
You guys talking about me? Not you, rookie. Hey, we're talking about Ditech.com.
Refinance your home and cash out equity with Ditech.com. The total lender closing cost is only $395.
I can hear you guys now. Lost another one to Ditech.
Log on or call 1-800-DITECH-1.
Allergy eyes?
Some days I can't even go outside.
Healthy eyes. Similasan cools and soothes itching, watering eyes without harsh chemicals.
My eye doctor recommends Similasan eye drops.
Similasan, healthy relief for allergy eyes.
And now, the Oral-B Hummingbird Flosser. Hummingbird vibrates. Flossing is easier and feels really good.
Yeah, baby.
It even comes with a flexible pick. Oral-B Hummingbird, the new buzz in flossing.
Well, hello.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
It's not that you don't have something to do. It's that you don't have anything to do together. Sun Tracker solves the problem. This weekend, your family could be left to something fishy, slaving over a hot stove, getting in over their heads. You might even find them at the end of their rope. Translation, more fun than you'd ever dreamed for less than you thought possible. Sun Tracker, making weekends fun everywhere in America's favorite pontoon boat.
Visit your Sun Tracker dealer to see the world's #1 selling pontoon boat lineup.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local on the 8s.
Currently, the temperature is 81 degrees under partly cloudy skies. The forecast for your area. Monday, we'll see a chance of thunderstorms. Look for fair skies on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, expect a chance of thunderstorms.
This program was brought to you by Sun Tracker Boats, the world's #1 best-selling pontoon boats.
Well, it's 10 minutes after the hour, and it looks like it's time for your weekly planner. I'm Mark Mancuso.
And I'm Eboni Deon. Before we look at the next 7 days of weather, we're going to step back to yesterday. Hopefully, there won't be any weather like this in the coming days, but that's unlikely. We're already dealing with severe weather as we speak. Hail the size of golf balls rained down on Lynn County, Iowa around lunchtime yesterday. The hailstones dinged up cars and damaged a new roof on an elementary school. Damage is estimated to be in the thousands. Now, with the check on the next 7 days, here's Mark. He has your weekly planner.
Well, why all the severe weather? Well, we have this jet stream here cutting right across the north United States. It's kind of like in a position you expect to find in late June or early July. And with this jet stream just kind of cruising along here, a series of disturbances interacting with very warm, moist air. And we have seen clusters of storms just roll along each afternoon and evening. Afternoon heating. And at night, the strong low-level jet stream helps to fuel the moisture into these big complexes of storms and makes for tough sleeping. It also does mean potential property damage to those of you living here in the upper Midwest. Pattern turns even more active as we get to the midweek period as the stationary front gives way to an oncoming cold front, and that could bring a widespread outbreak of severe weather here in the central United States. Meanwhile, this little dip in the jet stream means cooler in the Rockies. It's going to be wet snow for campers, while in the southeast and right at the east coast, it's going to feel like summer. So it might be time to head off to the beaches. Tomorrow for Mother's Day, headed out to Lake Chickamauga or Nickajack Lake here. It's going to be a hot one. Temperatures near 90 degrees with lots of sunshine. So it might be nice to be on the boat in the river here, just catching a nice cool breeze, because it's certainly going to be a hot summer-like day in the southeast for Mom's Day. Hopefully, Dad, you got the flowers and got the gifts all ready, and looks like it's going to be a day for Mom to just sit back and relax in the shade or in the air conditioning, because sunny, summer-like weather again in the southern United States. Unfortunately, rain and storms, so we'll be playing dodge with those, taking Mom out to the Cubs game here. Looks like showers and storms could be nearby, and not only is it going to be potentially stormy, it's going to be very humid and very sticky. Now, as we take a look at Monday's forecast for you, in the western states, we'll be looking at some pretty gusty winds here. These winds will bring mild air over the Rockies, so the beginning of the week looks good for the campers, but as our cool disturbance comes in, we'll start to see valley rain and mountain snow in the northern Rockies. And as this system comes out and interacts with that Gulf moisture coming up in strong winds here around this big high pressure in the east, we'll be looking at the recipe for a torrential rain, flooding, and severe thunderstorms. So Wednesday looking pretty bad here in the central United States. If you have some business plans here, places like Kansas City, Omaha, Des Moines, Minneapolis, and over towards Milwaukee, it's looking rough here as that potential for severe weather will be with us. Now in the east, large high pressure summer-like system, kind of like a Bermuda high here. That means some great beach weather. Any storms in the southeast, few and far between. Thirsty lawns and gardens here. You'll need to keep those sprinklers going, because it doesn't look like the real good chance for rain comes in until Friday or Saturday through the southeastern United States. Well, the southeast certainly is baking. Here's Ebony with more on the temperature side of the tale.
Well, the Southwest, too, will be baking on Mother's Day Sunday, Mark, but it's going to be a little bit cooler for you as you're getting out around Seattle and Portland, feeling nice with temperatures into the 60s. We are heading for a cool down, and you'll start to see that cool air kind of making its way into parts of Oregon, Northern California. Highs in the 50s here. We could even see a few 50s over parts of the upper Midwest, generally North Dakota and northern Minnesota, but we're really expecting to see that cooler air making its way further south and east on Tuesday. 40s and 50s for highs, while higher elevations across the Intermountain West could be dealing with snow, but we'll continue to keep the heat around across the eastern two-thirds of the nation, with highs still holding into the 80s by midweek. Now on Thursday, those 40s are going to spread across North Dakota and maybe even northwestern parts of Minnesota. It looks like the Twin Cities, you'll see highs in the 50s. St. Louis, it looks like one more day of 80s before those 70s move in on Friday. So as we wrap up the work week across the nation, it's going to feel pretty nice. Temperatures returning a little bit closer to our seasonal averages across the Midwest.
Summer coming early, that's for sure. Well, coming up next on the PM Edition weekend, the heat's on in Denver, but there's some cooler changes ahead.
And we'll show you scenes from the Mile High City when we come back. But first, your local on the 8th.
Assurance in rain means Goodyear's deeply carved aqua chutes propel water away from your tread. Assurance on ice means Goodyear's interlocking treads deliver gripping power. Assurance on dry pavement means Goodyear's reinforced shoulders give you confident maneuvering. The revolutionary new Goodyear Assurance with triple tread technology for assurance in any weather on the wings of Goodyear.
Goodyear Assurance featuring triple tread technology, a revolutionary tire for any weather condition.
Couldn't stand looking at the lawn. Sorry.
Need help with lawn care? Ace Hardware has the people and products you need to help keep your lawn looking great. Ace, the helpful place.
Any driver can recognize their own car. But how many cars can recognize their driver? Smart Key Technology from Lexus.
Tonight at 8 p.m., watch Storm Stories. This woman finds out that weather
It's the one thing you really cannot control.
Can she make it home? Watch Storm Stories tonight at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on the Weather Channel. Ever survived a tornado? Enter the Storm Quest contest and your story could become an original Storm Stories episode on the Weather Channel. Visit weather.com/storm stories for contest details. Brought to you by MSN.
We moved to Earthlink because I only want the internet that's good for them.
Because they're not ready for the same internet.
Because I know what he's doing online.
Without bugging me all the time. There's some words I don't want him to learn.
Different families, different passions, different reasons for moving to Earthlink. Call 1-800-510-0223 and get 6 months of dial-up service featuring Earthlink Accelerator at half price. New parental control software lets you customize features for each child. You can set time limits and even filter out websites, emails, and keywords.
We moved to Earthlink because it's safe for him and I get an internet without training wheels.
Create the online experience that's right for your kids with new parental control software and get 6 months of dial-up service featuring Earthlink Accelerator at half price. Call, go online, or visit these retailers. Move to Earthlink. It revolves around you.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local on the 8s.
Currently, the temperature is 81 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Forecast for your area.